Dédé wòyí o. Àkójọba ìjọba àdánù, ìjọba mùjẹmùjẹ, ìjọba apaniláyé jẹun. Ẹ káàárọ̀ jàre brother mi Lukman, ṣàlàáfíà lẹ́wà. Ṣé dáadáa ni gbogbo wa wà o. Àkógbìyànjú àdẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn. Ọlọ́ba àforíjì yá wa. Ọlọ́run tẹ́ wọn sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Ìwọ tó ṣe ń doubt. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ìyá mi Àbẹ̀kẹ́ Cranwell, Bọ́lájí mo kí ẹ káàárọ̀ báwo ni o. Ẹ̀yin tá à ń sọ fún pé Tinubu ti lọ gbógun wá pẹ̀lú àwọn Niger, ẹ̀ ń doubt ẹ̀. Mo sọ fún yín pé Tinubu Jagaban, òun ló máa gbógun wọ Nàìjíríà. Òun ló máa ṣe kíni? Òun ló máa gbé ogun wọ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ sọ fún mi pé lọ́dún pé kágbẹ́nu dákẹ́. Ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjọ wọlé. Àlàáfíà ni gbogbo wa. Àkúbó ṣe lọ. Mr. Abdul. What do you have to say about Olori Naomi case? A ti sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Ìbéèrè lè táwa náà ṣe nísìnyí, wọ́n ń bú wa lójoojúmọ́ ni. Àbí ìyá mi Àbẹ̀kẹ́, mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí kéèsì Naomi àti brother mi Oríyọmí Hamzat. Nàìjíríà gangan ni problem. Ìlú òfò ní Nàìjíríà. Oúnjẹ ni mo fẹ́ ṣe fáwọn ọmọ yín báyìí nísìn. Mo fẹ́ dín ẹyin fún wọn láàárọ̀ yìí. Nàìjíríà gangan ni problem. Òun gangan ni ṣé tẹ́bí ò bá pàwọn èèyàn. Ṣebí mo rí fídíò tí sister mi Naomi, ẹ jẹ́ lọ bí a máa ó dà kí mo post ẹ̀. Èyí tó ṣe ní 2019 kò sí problem, kò sẹ́ni tó kú. Àbọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn nísìn. So kí ló wá fa ikú? Àní Nàìjíríà gangan ni problem. Nigeria is the problem. Nàìjíríà gangan ni a ní láti dí pẹ̀lú. Bá ṣe ń fẹ́ dí pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà làwọn èèyàn ń bú wa lójoojúmọ́. Wọ́n ní ká fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀. You want scramble this, you said? Ẹyin ni mo fẹ́ dín fáwọn ọmọ yín láàárọ̀ nísìn. So, àbí, you want scrambled egg? Ẹyin ò ní mo fẹ́ dín fáwọn ọmọ yín láàárọ̀ yìí. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ìyá tó lọ bá Olórí Naomi níbi tó ti ń ṣe àjọyọ̀, tó bá yẹ kó ti jẹun láàárọ̀ kó tó lọ ni, tó dẹ̀ ní owó lákàùnt. Kódà ó ṣeé ṣe pé ó lè fẹ́ lọ kó tún máa change mind ẹ̀ pé òun lọ. Kí lòun fẹ́ lọ ṣe mẹ́? Ọmọ Bọ́lájí brother mi, mo kí ẹ jàre. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn mi. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn nísìn. Ẹyin méjì làwọn ọmọ kéékèèké máa jẹ. Bọ́ọ̀tẹ̀ jẹ́ tàn ní abá wọn jẹ́. Torí àgbàlagbà gan ẹyin don't come to here o. Don't come in here because I'm already live now. Torí ìgbà ló máa ta kọ́kọ́ débí báyìí nísìn. So ọmọ kékeré gan ẹyin méjì ló gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ. Òun lélẹ̀ nísìn. Ẹyin méjì lọmọ kékeré gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ. Àgbàlagbà máa jẹ ẹyin mẹ́rin. So kéèsì yẹn Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ràn lọ́wọ́. Ṣèbí wọ́n ní bàbá mi Oríyọmí Hamzat. Gbogbo ìgbà ló máa ń ṣe tiwọn. But wọ́n máa ní káwọn èèyàn sanwó wọlé 7,000 naira. Because wọ́n mọ̀ pé táwọn bá ní káwọn èèyàn sanwó wọlé, èrò máa. Kódà bẹ́yìn gan ìyá mi Àbẹ̀kẹ́, tẹ́ bá ní kọ́ bá yín lọ dáná nísìn ní community yín fún èèyàn 100, èèyàn 500 ló máa wá síbẹ̀. Because ebi ti wà nínú ilé. Ebi ó ti wà nínú ilé. Mo kí ẹ Wàsíù brother mi, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa. So lórí kéèsì yẹn, fóònù yóò charge rárá ṣá. Ṣebí mo charge ẹ̀ mọ́jú. Àgbákò fóònù ní láti bínú ra fóònù mi ní bí akíntẹ̀ lọ wo sales tó máa ṣe léèní kí n lọ wá second hand phone kan rà. Grandma kan dẹ̀ promise mi ní fóònù bí a kì í ní sùúrù kó fi send ẹ̀. Eléyìí ò charge rárá nísìn, eléyìí tá fi ń ṣe Facebook ní bíbá nísìn. Oúnjẹ mo fẹ́ ṣe fáwọn ọmọ yín báyìí nísìn. Wọ́n máa jẹyin, máa dẹ̀ bá wọn toast bread. So, ní kíyàn má ṣe charity. Even if the government is working. Ìlú ìlú àwọn èèyàn ṣe charity now. But problem tá ní Nigeria àti Africa ni pé charity yẹn òun ni back of the bone. Ṣé kò kún foundation ṣó lè feed gbogbo èèyàn? Ó ti feed àwọn tó wà ládùúgbò mi débi kó fẹ́ feed gbogbo èèyàn. Ìyẹn làwa ṣe sọ pé Nigeria is a crime scene. Okay, we rántí yọ kúrò lánàá. Ìgbà tí mo yọ ni kò ṣe jẹ́ kó charge. Ìlú tẹ́ẹ̀ níná onísìn gbogbo ilé nísìn mo kàn fẹ́ fi charge fóònù yẹn kó má bàa kú ni. Èmi ni mo rántí charge lálẹ́ àná. So kéèsì yẹn kéèsì tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣàánú tó ti yí mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ ni àfikọ́lọ́n kó jọ nínú ọlẹ́ kó jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí ìtúsílẹ̀. So èmi ò blame Oriyomi Hamzat àti what charge murder case are referring to order from above ni kò yé mi o. Tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ẹ mọ̀ gbogbo ala ní enemies. Olórí Naomi bó ṣe wà yẹn wọ́n ní enemy after kó ti kúrò ní palace ọba. Oriyomi Hamzat kò sẹ́ni tó like ẹ̀ torí tó ń ṣe. So enemy pọ̀ ọ̀tá ti pọ̀ jù fún bàbá mi Oriyomi Hamzat. Àwọn tó like tí bàbá mi Oriyomi Hamzat ti ṣe àwọn ló pọ̀ jù. So anádẹ mọ̀ pé in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn kò ṣojú lásán àfi tá bá sọ pé a kì í ṣọmọ Yorùbá. Àsìkò táwọn politician máa ń rìn ní òun va àwọn lélẹ̀. So wọ́n ti fẹ́ nǹkan sínú atẹ́gùn. Kọ́lọ́n kó ṣọ́ wa pẹ̀lú àwọn olòṣì jẹgúrú jẹrẹ olè. Àwọn olóṣèlú bomb bastard bá ṣe máa ń sọ tó ń fi bí pa gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa. Mo kí ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi jàre. So àwa tí a ṣe ń disagree àwa ni ká tidy up ká sọ̀rọ̀ wa dẹyọ kan ká wá wọlá ikú màmá wa tó kú lánàá ká tètè kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà ká support bàbá Kítóyè kí bàbá mi Oriyomi Hamzat náà tó bá ti jáde nísìn ó gbẹnu sí máìkì tán. Olórí burúkú ni politician ẹ̀gbọ́n tí Ṣèyí Mákindé sọ nísìn ó ní kò sí ìtó kàn wọn pẹ̀lú Oriyomi Hamzat ó ní justice must be served. So politician láyọ̀lé tó bá lọ fọkàn sí politician lò ṣe ni wọn ó lè ṣe ni wọn á mess up mo ṣeré politician they are crazy people. So tó Oriyomi bá ti jáde tó bá ti yọ wọn nínú ewu ilé ìbí ẹ̀ la sọ fún kíní ẹ̀ náà ń jẹ́ orí ẹyin ni mò ń dín fáwọn ọmọ yín nísìn sórí ẹyin ló wà ń bẹ ẹyin wọn ní láti ṣe máa sọ fún yín pé politicians are wicked èèyàn burúkú ni wọ́n. So gbogbo tó máa ṣe ni pé so but we understand brother Oriyomi Hamzat gbogbo tá ṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá nation wọ́n try láti wà very careful pé kó má bá upset Ṣèyí Mákindé kó má bá upset àwọn politicians but iṣẹ́ tó gbé dání iṣẹ́ government ni kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ individual. Ọlẹ́nkan sí akú bó ṣe ń lọ èmi mọ̀ pé dúdú lọ́sàn máa sun a máa délẹ̀ lérí ó ń ṣọmọ lóko bẹ́ẹ̀ ni we go get there ká má give up mo kí gbogbo Ọlẹ́nkan sí. Mo ní President Bola Tinubu ìyẹn mo gbé wá láàárọ̀ yìí ó ti ń gbógun bọ̀ Nàìjíríà o tó báyìí ti gbọ́ fídíò ti jáde o evidence ti jáde o mò ń bọ̀ evidence ṣe kí ni ó ti jáde àwọn nìjẹ́ ní nígbà táwa bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀mí ẹnu wa ń rùn nìjẹ́ ní sì ti mú evidence jáde pé Tinubu ti dá ogun sílẹ̀ o ó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn France èmi kọ́ mo sọ o mo máa mẹ́rin wá fún yín o mo yanjú àwọn ọmọ yín tí mo ń ṣe breakfast fún ni o ṣé báwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ náà ṣe ń jẹun láràárọ̀ nìyẹn Tá máa ń rí oúnjẹ jẹ. Inú ilé mi ló wà. Ilé mi ni. Àwọn àgbàlagbà náà fẹ́ jẹun ni. Tó mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Tinubu ti gbé ogun dé o. Do you want butter? Ọlọ́mọdé wa wá. So, ẹ̀yin yẹn wá. President Tinubu, Jagaban, ó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn France. Ó ti gbógun lé. Yeah, the food is ready. Ó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn Français. Ó ti gbógun lé o. Yours is coming, okay? Yours is coming. It's not ready yet. You want egg? That's all you said. And hot chocolate, scramble.
Yeah.
All right. So, Tinubu ti gbé ogun dé o. You still using it right? Ó ti gbé ogun dé Jagaban. Apariwo títí. Wọ́n ní shut up. Èbúlẹ̀ ń bú wa. Èbú tẹ́ bú wa kò dùn wá rárá. Àwa máa sọ òtítọ́ ni. Òtítọ́ ló máa lékè. Òtítọ́ ló dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ lékè. Mo ń bọ̀. Gbogbo omi ata nǹkan kan tá máa fi sọbẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Ẹ̀pẹ̀. Ẹ̀nà àti ìyàwó mi lájọ máa dáná lénìí. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré gbé wá láti bíbà. Ká gbọ́n tí wọ́n sọ àwọn Nìjẹ̀. Wọ́n ní Tinubu ti lọ gba owó. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ. Wọ́n ló ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Ó ti gbógun bọ̀ sí Nàìjíríà. Màá fún ilé evidence nísìn. Ẹja Haúsá ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. Àbá Tinubu àgbọ̀n tó ń sọ but Haúsá ni but translation ẹ̀ màá sọ fún yín. Tinubu receive large sum of money. Wọ́n ló ti gbowó. Jagaban ó ti lọ gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Ṣé Tinubu tún wá lè gbowó lọ́wọ́ France? Báwa la lówó lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ní Tinubu ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan ní Nàìjíríà? Ẹ fi bí pa gbogbo everybody. Ẹ fi yà jẹ everybody. A dẹ̀ pariwo títí. A pariwo títí. Àfi bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fi bí pa àwọn èèyàn ní Ìbàdàn. Tẹ́ fi bí pa àwọn èèyàn l'Anambra. Gbogbo gbẹ̀yìn sí o. Ríta fi ń jẹun nínú ilé yóò lágbára o. Pálí kan ni wọ́n rà náà. Ra pálí kan níjọ́ ni ó ti fẹ́ tán. Ó yá ẹja gbọ́n tí eléyìí sọ. Àwa ṣe analysis lé lórí. Àti oríṣiríṣi comment. Ẹja start to make sellers. What is there? Is that stuff there? Yeah. Haúsá ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run gbọ́ ogun tó ń sọ bọ̀ máa ṣàlàyé fún yín in a minute. Ẹni tó ń sọ máa ṣàlàyé fún wa in a minute. Ẹ jẹ́ kó sọ tiẹ̀ tán mò ń bọ̀. Nigeria. Ọlọ́run bá foríjì màmá wa tó ṣaláìsí lánàá. Ọlọ́run bá dúró ti bàbá Kítóyè. Wọ́n ní Tinubu ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Ó ti gbowó Jagaban. Tẹ́ mọ̀ pé Tinubu gan ti ní kí ṣe Tinubu lọ set up cadet tó ń gbé bọ̀ dání àmọ́ tó fẹ́ fi yẹn ṣe báyìí kọ́nà kó ṣàánú a ní láti pariwo yẹn síta o. Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ ní èso àwọn àwa mọ chocolate àwa lá ní kòkó àárín kankan fi ṣe. mo ń bọ̀ àfọyín ní gbogbo clue yẹn dáadáa o. n tó ń sọ yẹn Haúsá ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ Haúsá àwọn ọmọ Oòduà ní scramble egg lòún fẹ́ láàárọ̀ ìyá wọn dẹ̀ sì ń sùn ẹ̀wọ̀n kí màtí ìyá wọn jẹ́ ṣàìsùn láàárọ̀ yìí ìyá wọn ṣẹ̀ sùn láàárọ̀ yìí kò easy. Ìlú òyìnbó ẹ máa balance ẹ ní kó má bàa máa dìjà ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa balance situation ni. gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú màálù tó ń kó káàkiri àwọn màálù òfò ìyẹn la jẹ́ ń sọ fún yín pé ẹjẹ́ àfi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀ ká padà bí nǹkan ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ tá a bá sọ ẹ̀ ní ká ṣọ́tọ̀ àwọn politician dẹ̀ ń fi ibi pa gbogbo wa torí àwọn family wa ló wà Nàìjíríà àwọn family wa ló wà Nàìjíríà mo mà tí ì fi bẹ́ẹ̀ sí ní toast kẹ so mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káàárọ̀ ń bẹ̀ ọ́ happy Boxing Day ìyá náà ń fẹ́ Ọlámilékan mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fátókè ẹ káàárọ̀ sà ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ṣé dáadáa ni. àwọn ọmọ mi ò kì í ẹgbẹ́ ẹ fi bread sínú toast bó ṣe láti máa rí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lélẹ̀ kò jẹ́ ká máa wọwọ́ ká tó jẹun àpẹẹlẹ ti fẹ́ ṣetán ti rẹ́dì bó ṣe jẹ́ kí gbogbo yín náà máa gbádùn lélẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó yẹ kó máa wọwọ́ èèyàn kan jẹun pé ebi ń pa mí mo ṣẹ̀ wá ń lọ wá olówó kan tí máa lọ bá tó máa fún mi lóúnjẹ láàárọ̀ náà wàá lọ ṣiṣẹ́ wàá lówó lọ́wọ́ wàá dẹ̀ máa ṣe dáadáa. Mr. Ajayi Mokin wọ́n ní 1 ton of cocoa is 19 million naira ṣe gbọ́ owó ń bẹ nínú cocoa àwọn ìlú ìdẹ ló ń determine cocoa price cocoa adẹ̀ ti ra new cup ọmọ Oòduà lánàá ẹ̀rọ yẹn kéré ẹ kí yẹ bàbá ra ńlá náà ilé ti kéré jù àti wí bàbá tí tó ètí ní ká sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà ò lè work grandma náà ní ká sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà ò lè work gbogbo yín sọ pé ó máa work pé ká shut up ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjọ wọn Nàìjíríà cannot work eléyìí nísìn àti rà nísìn ó ti lọ pé 3 months ńlá lára ìdí mo lọ rà láti lọ pé 3 months nísìn 2 kg ni ìgbà tó dẹ̀ pé kò ń ṣòwò nìkan là ń mu nínú ilé bá ṣe mu ilé a ní mílò náà a dẹ̀ ní tíì so níbi tí ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn lójoojúmọ́ tẹ́ fi ebi pa àwọn èèyàn wa tí sórí ilé ìwọ́ṣẹ̀ rà ni so nígbà míì wọ́n lè náwọn torí àìtíjà ilé torí pé níwọ̀n ni lórí ṣe fake tó ń tà fún ní Nàìjíríà torí pé níwọ̀n ni ó ṣe jẹ́ kí gbogbo household kankan rí nìyẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá but apparently it doesn't work like that wọ́n ti fi àjẹ gbogbo wa àwọn politicians wicked politician ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù wọ́n fẹ́ ká máa tọrọ wọ́n fẹ́ kẹ́ wá sórí social media kẹ́ máa send OPay account yín káàkiri àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ kẹ́ máa send OPay account ẹ fún mi ní 2000 bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn tó yẹ kó jẹ́ pé 19 million lẹ́yìn kó wà lákàntì yín tó bá ti ta kòkó bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe kòkó yẹn èmi á máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe marketing ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí media gbogbo wa máa lówó lọ́wọ́ àwọn diaspora ní sí gbogbo wọn ti lọ sí Dubai holiday àwọn tó lọ Nàìjíríà náà ti lọ Nàìjíríà o bọ̀ ẹni tó fẹ́ lọ Nàìjíríà máa ronú pé tí bá lọ Nàìjíríà family mi ti pọ̀ jù gbogbo wọn máa tọrọ owó ni a yà lọ sí Dubai a yà lọ sí ìlú mi a lọ sí Turkey a lọ sáwọn ìlú tó ti máa lọ ṣọlidé lóòótọ́ it's good to travel so breakfast ready so oyin The breakfast is ready. Kongpe. Moki brother mi Karunwe. Aziz Wasi Moki. Oh yeah, hey. I want to do what drink do you want here? You want more toast? You want more toast? Sorry. Omo kékeré bí mama pa wọ́n ni. Ikùn wọn mama ṣe fala. Toast méjì ló jẹ oníkò tóun. Ya wọ́n milk sílẹ̀ kan sí. So Tinubu kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Wọ́n ló ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Jagaban, Abanzu, Wiri, Bonu. We need a leader like Burkina Faso. Mr. OLAYOMI Koiki, we need a leader like Burkina Faso. Iyami Abeke, wani, we that escaped Nigeria with our kids to give them good life. Benny. Yẹ́nà ìkẹ́ni ẹ̀kọ́ sọ fún yín pé má japa o. Nísùúrù arákùnrin. Tó bá lówó láti lè japa, ọmọ japa ní kíákíá. Tó bá ní owó láti lè japa ní kíákíá. Má ìkẹ́ni ẹ̀kọ́ sọ fún yín pé kó má japa o. Àwọn kan nísìnyí tó ti japa, àwọn máa sọ fún yín pé London ò dá o. Irọ́ ni o. Sọ fún ọkọ̀ máa bọ̀ ń léwọ̀dé wálé láíláí. London ò dá yín ò kúrò London. Kúrò nínú UK. You wanna fuck? London ò dá dẹ̀ kúrò ní America. London ò dá lọ sí Canada. Má ìkẹ́ni kankan fún yín o. United Kingdom is a good place to stay. He has his own problem. He has his own issue. But it's a very good place to stay. Don't let anybody fool you that don't go to abroad. You come to abroad, it's a good place to stay. Ah, that's nice. Very good. Sit down properly. Sit down properly. And put your chair backward. You want bread and butter. So, where are we this morning? Moki gbogbo alẹ́ kan sí. Èmi ò mọ chocolate. Dá padà. Ṣé rántí story àbèrè mi tí mo sọ fún yín àbèrè. These are $1 trillion business. Tó bá yẹ pé a ní country tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ àbèrè lélẹ̀. It is AYK mo kí ẹ lọ yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀. You don't burn too fast báyìí. Ebi tó pa àwọn èèyàn ló jẹ́ kí wọ́n lọ sí Ìbàdàn tó fi di kó di stampede tàbí stampede rather tó fi di stampede. What drink do you want? Chocolate? So, remember, ọmọ kékeré tẹ́bí bá ń pa wọ́n àgbọ̀dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ máa fi yẹn ṣeré. Ó wà very important ká lọ pẹ̀lú yẹn náà. Wá bá wọn bu juice, wá bù sínú kọ́ọ̀pù wọn so that kí táwọn bá ti jẹun nísìn wọ́n kàn máa pariwo nínú ilé ni wọ́n máa disturb everybody, but at least wọ́n ní complain pé bí ń pa wọn. How bá ṣe máa ní ilẹ̀, we have exorbitant land, arable land, yet ebi ń pa wá. So make sense. We have a lot of land, yet ebi ń pa wọn yẹn wá. So make sense, could make sense. So what went wrong? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Mo kí gbogbo our Christians that celebrate Christmas lánàá. Our Muslims that celebrate Christmas, ẹ má criticize Christian. Ìjẹ̀sìn kọ́ là ń jà. Do your own thing. Yes, sister mi ṣe kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Do your own thing. So now I think èmi náà ní láti ṣe kémi náà ṣe nǹkan kan tí mo máa fi máa jógẹ̀. Ṣayẹ́ kí n plug wọn níbí rẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa pé a kó ara fẹ́ra kù ti ìyá wa tó ṣaláìsí kọ́lọ́mbà tẹ́wọ̀n sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Kọ́lọ́mbà mú bàbá Akíntóyè dúró dáadáa. Kọ́lọ́mbà make one go strong. It's not gonna be very easy. But I gotta continue to pray for Professor Akíntóyè. Kọ́lọ́mbà mú wọn dúró dáadáa. It's not gonna be easy. àwọn àti màmá àti yunifásitì lọ ti ń tẹ̀léra wọn bí wọ́n ṣe sọ fún wa kọ́lọ́n dúró ti àwọn fámìlì wọn àti yunifásitì ni wọ́n ti jọ wà. So to lose somebody like that, it will take a long while for Baba to, to get over it. But he's a strong man. I just call me a plug and I'll continue. Kọ́lọ̀ foríjì grandma, kọ́lọ̀ bá foríjì wọn, foríjì grandma. Ilé ló lọ tarara. She died in exile. Unbelievable. What a wicked country. Mama died while she's in exile. Abibeko. Can you eat your food before you get cold? Mama died while she was in exile. What a time to be alive. She died while she was in exile. It's unbelievable. Baba Mokwe, she's a true freedom fighter. Freedom fighter, dada ni mama. Kọ́lọ́n kó foríjì wọn. Kó tẹ́ wọn sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Kó dúró ti gbogbo family náà. Kó má dẹ́rù bà Professor Akintoye. Kó má dẹ́rù bà the whole family. It's not gonna be easy, but it is what it is. So, mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ àkànṣe. Ṣé tòótọ́ ni President Tinubu gbowó lọ́wọ́ France? Àbáwọn yẹn kàn make it up? I don't know. I'm only asking the question. Mo bẹ̀ jẹ́ ká move ilé wa báyìí. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé good morning. Ẹ káàárọ̀. Tá bá ti sùn, tá bá ti jí, Yorùbá awareness continue. No retreat, no surrender. We fight until we receive and until we get what belongs to us. So, Bushe Marini, Moki Walata, simple rhyme, Mokembe, Moki Wubayawa. So now we are Merry Christmas. I was born a Muslim, but I celebrate Christmas every year. See it coming. I to celebrate it today, on the 24th. Don't let anybody fool you about religion. Just do your own thing. That's all. Do your own thing and leave the rest. And don't tell anybody what to do. Babalawo lo fe tele ni, tele babalawo. Christianity lo fe tele ni, tele Christianity. Can you slow that TV a little bit? So, Muki will go and say, just leave the plate there when you finish eating. So, Muki, Muki Professor Akintoye. I'm a good chef. I'm a very good chef. So good morning once again, everybody. Muki Wakwe, Ekabo Sori, Ekoniwa. Mama died yesterday. The wife of our leader, Professor Adebanji Akintoye. I'm sure most of you have heard about the death. Muki, good day, Taiwo, Eshegoni. Good morning, everybody. Muki, Ubuju Tongo Milagbaye. Ebinoni, Koikimedia. So she died yesterday. And we are grateful for life that she spent on earth. At 88 years old, go easy. To get to that age, you don't want your loved one to die. But sometimes the situation doesn't. Especially, Mama was on exile with her husband, fighting for Yoruba people to be free at that old age. She was a member of the Action Congress. Nígbà ayé àwọn bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀. Mama, according to Baba Kitoye, was, I believe, the secretary of Action Congress. But thereby Tigbo, she died. Season greeting, Simple Rahim. She died. Moki sister me comfort Nikki. Mugbo voice in VNE. A lot of people cried. She's gone. May her soul rest in peace. A great mother. Like I said, I had the privilege to see her when I was in Nigeria in 2021. Yadada. Yalalu Barika. A true freedom fighter. To draw ti Baba Kitoye. Konse gbogbo ìyàwó ló lè dúró ti ọkọ ẹ̀. In this kind of situation tá gbé dání. Ìyàwó mi àti bọ́kọ ẹ̀jà. I'm sure pé ǹtẹ́ jẹ́ tẹ̀ǹtẹ̀lé Yorùbá nation gan nínú ilé yín. Ìyàwó ilé nǹkan kan máa ní lọ́wáṣẹ́. Yorùbá nation tó gbé dání yẹn. But wọ́n mọ̀ pé tẹ̀ ń jà fún yẹn is for the future. Fákẹ́yẹ Adébáyọ̀ Mukin, and tí bá mention while I'm seeing each one of them, má bínú sí mi. So, Mukin mọ̀ sí mi náà. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó ara fẹ́ra kù. But the struggle will continue. Mukin tí ẹ̀ǹbẹ̀ ní abroad, àtẹ̀yìntẹ̀ wà ní African country. Ọlọ́run ò ní dójú tì wá. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn prophet wa tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń gbàdúrà fún wa. Ní bàbá prophet Adébáyọ̀, wọ́n ní láyé àwọn ò ní pray fún Nàìjíríà. Ó wá ní bàbá wa kan tí yàn kan ní Koiki. Ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ bàbá wa yìí. Mo fẹ́ farabalẹ̀ ṣe program yẹn ni. Wọ́n ti send the details bàbá yẹn sí mi. Lára àwọn White Garment Church ni wọ́n bàbá dáadáa. Mo fẹ́ lọ mú fídíò Prophet Adébáyọ̀ wá ìtọ́ṣe ní láìpẹ́. Ìwọ tó ṣe ń pray fún Nàìjíríà, òun is time rẹ̀. Bọ́ ká tó lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn náà, ẹ yẹ ká clear ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu. Èmi kọ́ ni mo ṣe fídíò yìí o. It's not an AI video. This video, ó ṣe ń generate jáde lórí Twitter láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. Follow me lórí Twitter. Don't pè ní X. I need a lot of you to go and follow us so that ẹ lè wà up to date. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ìyá olóríire. When I woke up this morning, I went on X. Don't pè ní Twitter. And the first thing I saw was this video. Dejade Yanju sọ pé the Nigerian police refused to release Speed Darlington, aka Apia. On lower agbára, ìyẹn Burna Boy. Àwọn olórí burúkú gbogbo wọn bastard. Ẹni tó bá bú anybody, tẹ́ bá sọ pé defamation of character, ẹ gbé wa lọ sí court. Ẹ má fi ọlọ́pàá kẹ́ fi máa suppress wa. If I abuse anybody, mo kíyà mi Fatima Mustapha, ó tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta mà. Àkú ọdún náà mà. Àlàáfíà lẹ́wà. There is Speed Darlington. Ó bú Burna Boy. Burna Boy wá ń lo owó agbára. Just the same thing like Dele Farotimi. Just the same thing like many of us. The justice system, ó máa affect wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká push, ká request, ká ṣe gbogbo tó yẹ ká ṣe, and we leave Nigeria. Ẹ sọ pé no. Mẹ̀kúnnù dẹ̀ ló ń jìyà. Yàyà Bello ló wà nínú ilé ẹ̀ nísìn. Wọ́n ti fún ní bail. Yaya Bello. Many innocent Yoruba people were in prison, káàkiri, our family injustice. So the Jade Yanju, Kusha takuntakun náà fún ẹ ṣe. He's a good friend of mine. So this morning, I came across the situation arising on Twitter. A little trend, it was posted 4 hours ago. And the headline was, and I'll read some of the comments, because I love to read comments. Nisuru. It was posted, and the headline was, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to Chooks, Eric, and I believe it's already been verified by many other platforms. Boya, our media to kuna my bit. Anyway, it's been talked in the, that Tinubu is using France to have a base in Nigeria to attack Niger. So it's no longer in news. It's just that there's evidence coming now that President Bola Tinubu received a substantial payment from France. Wọ́n ló gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn France, ìyẹn Macron, olórí burúkú gbogbo wọn yẹn. Àwọn Europeans tó ń bà nǹkan jẹ́. Good morning once again. They did Boxing Day. President Tinubu received a substantial payment from France, and the country now has a base in part of Maiduguri. The government have denied it. Muke Ganioloyede. Kingsley, good afternoon. Kingsley Jr. Larry Lamino, good afternoon. Though the federal government is denying there's nothing of such. This is the Niger head of state, Abdurrahmani Tichani. Àwọn kan ní ṣé wọ́n sọ Hausa ni? Yes, Hausa is their second language in Niger. French is their first language, because French lo colonized one during the 1884 Berlin Conference. Àti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí yẹn so many times. How many of you remember the Berlin Conference? Who knows about Berlin Conference? Berlin Conference. If you know about it, just put in the comment section and say, yes, I've heard about it. If you come on this platform and you're not educated enough to know that Nigeria is not working and you are still living in denial, this is a platform that really takes its time. It's a lecture room. You're arguing with yourself. Nigeria will be better in Jesus' name. Which Jesus? Nigeria will break in Jesus' name. Nigeria will break. Lashedumari. Nigeria will break, inshallah. Those are the 3 messages I posted this morning. Idiot all over the place. If you're on this platform, Mukiya Miabose de Rachel. If you're on this platform and you are still not yet educated enough to know that Nigeria is not a country. Yes, Simple Rahim says the scramble for Africa. That was in 1884 by white people. No African men or women were present during that meeting in 1884. So that is how they divided Africa. Because they were all fighting for it. Everybody. And they said, look, why are we fighting? I think I'm feeling a little bit hot. Let me take off this one. Why are we fighting each other? Why not let us share and spread Africa? Are you full up? You see? And I will now help them. I think we might have a video for Scramble of Africa. Let's see. Berlin Conference, 1884. This is your lecture room, okay? Into ba ye wa bere. Inta wa no ba mo a lọ sọ́dọ̀ baba Kitoye wa ṣàlàyé fún wa. Do you see it? The Berlin Conference. Farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ o. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance, Mr. Tajuddin Ibrahim. Listen. Okechukwu, question on me. Some of Yoruba ni. Go to Biafra and ask those questions. Was Yoruba entity before the British came? Iberi Adekambi. Yoruba has been in existence before the British came. Lagos for sure. My brother, how you doing, sir? The Berlin Conference, I'm giving you the background. Katolosodo of France, Katolosodo of Niger, Katolosodo of Tinubu pada. Because for every problem, you must find where the problem is existing from. So defending Nigeria is the stupidity of you. Yeah, we buy Jila right. Tori zinc buy. Only the kilo shell baby buy. Only the shemoti share bossy buy la roy. Konema with toast in it. I gotta quickly clean it up. I don't want her to wake up and like fuck it. There, what's going on here? Kini baba to share kitchen. Don't clean come to loss. Konema with toast down my general. So I let it start cleaning. Because the scramble for Africa. Kilon pe be. Àwọn white people, àwọn Yibo, àwọn àgbàlagbà olè. They were all scrambling for what does not belong to them. Like Congo. Belgium decided to take Congo as their second country. Criminal King Lopo, Abekilon Olori Buruku. All these criminal Oyibo people, àwọn olè. Àwọn Oyibo olè. Olè náà lọ ṣe ń jà títí nísìn tá à ń sọ fún yín pé wọ́n ń jalè ní ẹni ká shut up. Wọ́n ń jalè ní wọ́n fi Áfíríkà jalè ní. Àwọn ò ní kankan lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n pọ̀. Wọ́n ní any resources. Àwọn Ìgbò ò ní resources. Bàbá wa kan ní Koiki jọ̀mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni máa sọ Yorùbá tó pọ̀. Wọ́n máa jẹ́ kó Òyìnbó kó pọ̀ jù nínú program ẹ̀. A mọ̀ pé international platform ni ìbọn máa sọ Yorùbá tó pọ̀ tó dáwọn tó wà nílé wọ́n ń gbádùn ẹbí sìgá. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn wọ́n ní kí n máa kí wọn dáadáa. And 2025, my focus and my search beam will go to the National Union of Road Transportation. Ẹ̀yin brother mi, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, a máa jọ ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tájọ máa bára wa sọ ní 2025 torí ọmọlúàbí ni gbogbo wa. Mo ń gbọ́ pé wọ́n ní gbogbo wọn máa ń gbọ́ Koiki dáadáa bọ̀ wọ́n ní wọ́n ń bẹ̀rù pé tá bá gba Yorùbá nation àwọn ò ní níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ mọ́. These are the people within the National Union of Road Transportation. Wọ́n reach out sí Koikimedia. Àwọn tó wà nísàlẹ̀ wá ní kí n bẹ̀ gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ Yorùbá pé a gbọ́dọ̀ support àwọn National Union of Road Transportation. Àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀ ni o, mo sọ pé MC Olúọmọ o. Only because they are very concerned and worried. But there's a lot of work for us in 2025. So let's quickly go further. The Berlin Conference. Let me show you the images. These are Àwọn Òyìnbó. Ìyá mi Dúpẹ́ Agboola, good morning. Can you see them? Àwọn Òyìnbó àgbàlagbà all sat down and split Africa to their own taste. Can you see it? I'm sure you can all see it. Because we are not blind. Àwọn Òyìnbó kò sí dúdú ẹyọ kan níbẹ̀, kò sáwọn ọba wa kankan níbẹ̀. Our kings were not invited. Àwọn èèyàn wa níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn, they were not invited. John Danny, good morning, sir. So when you are now fighting against the wish of the people, the indigenous people, the Biafrans, the Arewas, because Taban Zopa Fegba Yoruba Nation, we must also continue to tell the world that those other two and many other indigenous people that have the right, it is called the inalienable right. You might not be happy with it, doesn't matter. But one thing is, Nigeria is at the verge. In your content, you can join in us. I was reading a comment this morning. Go and support Ninas. Go better for you. Which Ninas? We supported Ninas. Their agenda doesn't line with Yoruba Nation. Idiot. Go and support Ninas. Go and work with the 5-point agenda. I was in Nigeria when Baba Kitoye was still with Ninas. Olushi. So let's come back to the scramble of Africa. The Berlin Conference was a meeting. It will be in the big bang bang bang. Too much food. The Berlin Conference was a meeting of European leaders in 1884. It was all happening in 1884 and 1885. As at that time, there was nothing called Nigeria, Nigeria. It was kingdoms, Yoruba kingdoms that had different kingdoms, and they all have different territories that were operating. But right now, they merge it together, they call it Nigeria, give it 36 states, it's all crime. And one person still 80 billion, Yaya Bello, criminal. You don't forget now. Yaya Bello took money from the government coffer to pay his children's school fees, an American institution. In Abuja, another criminal institution, collecting dollar in Nigeria. No be juju be that. Merry Christmas. For me, Christmas, you can give me Merry Christmas. Ìyá mi Deborah. Chala fi alewa mommy. Èmi lọ́kọ àwọn ìyá Oòduà. Èmi lọ́kọ gbogbo yín. Ẹ kú tọ́jú ẹ ṣé gan ni mà. We love you all. This was happening not in Africa. Imagine people were sitting far away in their own cocoon, somewhere in Europe, deciding our lives. So when we now say that Nigeria is being decided by Europeans, they say, shut up, we have got independent. How? Moki Adebayo Kikiola, ti kan si mi o lẹ́yìn ọdún. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ rọ́wọ́ yín o, ti send the donation to yín. Kò ṣe pé kẹ́ máa pè wá fún advice. I need the ilé-iṣẹ́ Koikimedia, ó need the support. Kí lẹ sọ sir? Chukwuso, Nigeria must divide whether the zoo like it. It's already on that path. Tinubu will help it. Because Tinubu is taking us to war. That is the discussion this morning. The date of this conference was happening between November 15, 1884 up to February 26, 1885. The location was in Berlin, in Germany. Today, try say you want visa to Germany, they will refuse you. But that is where they were making case on our behalf in 1884 that led to every scramble of Africa, that led to France now taking the path which is now called Niger. Is it making sense? Are you getting the message? Because we're talking about President Tinubu this morning. It is no longer an allegation. It is something that the Niger government is saying that Tinubu collected money from France to make a base in Nigeria and then destabilize their government. What do we do? Do we keep quiet? Or do we come out and tell you that there is an imminent war that is moving within Africa, being prepared? Because remember that Niger kicked out France out of their country. They said you'll be 419. Only ni. Etifi Odowafi Jegaba, Etifi Tobi, Etifi Shola. France is still controlling most of the banking system in that axis, which is why they are using CFA. How many of you know the meaning of CFA? In your mail, the meaning of CFA. How many of you know it? How many of you know the meaning of CFA? The West African CFA is the currency. Owo currency, money that is used by 8 independent states in West Africa, Niger being one of them, Benin Republic being one of them. If you know more, put it in the comment section. The West African francs is the currency used by 8 independent states in West Africa, which make up the West African Economic Monetary Union. Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Niger, Senegal, Togo. These are countries that France put their mouth like that and started sucking it. They were sucking it like that. They suck, 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 until the people were poor. And Niger said, no, we had enough. We are tired of this colonial mentality of sucking us dry. We will change the path to Russia. And they kicked out France. And that is where the problem started. So France was like, if you tell them Toban binu, awon binu bi awabai. Toyibo ban binu, they are planning. But awaba binu, we are reacting like we are reacting on the social media. It is called the Conduct Financial Authority. I want to call give me a lossy school. My brother Omogbolawan Oba say it is called the CFA. The meaning is called Conduct Financial Authority. Money that is used but controlled by France. France is not in Africa, but they are controlling 8 countries that you call independent country. That anytime they use that money, it is controlled by France, central bank, or their own banking system. And that is why BRICS is kicking in. But it looks like Trump wants to fold their balls and say, no way, we're not going to give you room. We want the dollar to remain the superiority of the world. Because why? Saudi Arabia continue to back the dollar. Saudi don't back the dollar. But the world is saying that we must break away from this dollar system. That's another topic for another day. It's called the BRICS. The BRICS country. And they're pushing. But Trump say, you push, I will make it, I will strangulate it. But we come back to that. Let's focus on the... Now let's go back to why we are here this morning. We are here this morning because there is a news reporting coming out. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our president, is still our president. Because Nigeria is still a country, but we are praying that it breaks up quickly. And the breakup will be peaceful by educating Nigerians that are saying that the problem is not this, it is not that. The problem is that you will just speak grammar, the same English that you're speaking, that the British does not recognize. If I want to get a British passport, or you want to get a British passport, they will ask you to go and do English test. Do you understand that? British will tell us to go and take English test. Even though this same English, now him we use study for Nigeria. But it has no value in the United Kingdom. Your English in Nigeria is as useless in Africa, especially where Britain colonized, is as useless as tissue paper. So if you ever think that all this your big grammar, Kunle Baker, I haven't seen it for a while, so I could double and I look forward to seeing you soon when I come to Canada sometime next year. You know, I'm ticket too. But I'm not going to come during the cold weather. I want to come when it is not cold. Thank you so much, Kunle Bakers, for the super chat. We love you so much. And thanks for being there, many of you. This is a platform that will educate you. Mr. Kilokwe Sokwe, please let us send a letter to Putin. Yes, we will send letter to everywhere. So, why is the news coming out this morning that President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has been paid by France to bring in France troops to Nigeria to set up a base and then use that to fight Niger. I didn't say so. Let's watch this together. It's in Hausa. One of the reasons why we say we are not one. I love Hausa people. Great people. Beautiful people. If I was not married, maybe I would have married one of their children. But I am married to my wife. I am happy. But I don't want to be in the same country with them. I want us to have different country. So that if they want to practice Sharia, or they don't want to practice Sharia, if they don't want to drink alcohol, if I want to eat pork, if I don't want to eat pork, I will know that when I go to that. Why is Dubai celebrating Christmas in a large scale? It's an Islamic country, but it is very easy for Oyibo people, black people, Asian people, any color, go to Dubai and look as if like you are still in your country because they are tolerant. That is the kind of Yoruba nation that we want. We don't want a Yoruba nation where we will become, you know, go to Dubai. I have friends that have flew to Dubai. They are in Dubai right now. They are not Muslim, but they have been celebrating Christmas in Dubai for the last 5 years. They travel from UK. So we are not in a country. Why is Dubai celebrating Christmas in that much? Because they need the money. Come and spend the money. Money, money, money. Money, money. Money, money. Islamic country, but you will not know that because you go there, you have fun, but you respect their law. You must respect their law, but you will still be given the privilege as a non-Muslim, even as atheist. And it all belong. Do you know that people that doesn't believe in God, they go to Dubai and they have good time? Even those of us that believe in God in Nigeria, salute from here to you. Now, let's listen to this. It's in Hausa language. I don't understand Hausa, but the translation is that Tinubu has been paid. He has been paid to destroy Niger. And Niger said, if you destroy Niger, what do you think is going to happen? Can somebody put it in the comment section? Mokia, Mr. Babatunde Oladele. If Tinubu allowed France to destroy Niger, which it has been done as at last week, because there was a pipeline that was destroyed last week or 2 weeks ago. How many of you heard about the news? If Tinubu allowed France to use our country that you call country called Nigeria, that is not a country anyway, to fight Niger, who do you think Niger will fight back? I want you down more in the comment section. Merry Christmas, Mr. Shegun Amosu. I'm very question now. Mr. Dekunle sọ pé war. Ta ló máa bá jà war yẹn? If Nigeria is used to destroy Niger, Niger that is an independent country away from France now, but Tinubu is using France to push into Niger, then we must expect that Nigeria will be attacked. So don't come and say, hey, Koiki, you are the one bringing the war. I am saying now that Yoruba nation is not bringing any war. We are all going to do it peacefully. Thank you so much for the comment. Those of you that have helped me in the comment section. So, 2025, we must all prepare for war that Tinubu is bringing. It could be 2025, it could be 2026, I don't know. But one thing is that the Niger government has spoken that Eyiteba Tinubu tell him to slow down. It is not too late now. Eshegonkunle Bakers. We are here because we still love Tinubu, but doesn't mean that we will not continue our quest to self-determination. Tinubu is bringing a war from another country to another country. I'll wait till Instagram finish before we play the video. And this is why we're out again this morning. That between Nigeria and Niger is a bigger war. And is it an agenda by the West to start another war in Africa? Because Africa should not be in any war right now. We are hungry. we are lack of innovation. We don't have everything. This is not the time that we should be in any war with anybody. Because but it seems that that is not the case, because President Bola Tinubu and my team are already putting out our contribution that you can help us to support Koikimedia. The account details is on the screen. Please, every contribution is important. Godwin Ubaja say, Koiki, can you please tell everybody that Nigeria will come under the authority of France? Thank you so much for the comment. Let's listen to the video as it has been circulated this morning. It's in Hausa language, but let's just listen to it. It's not a long one, it's about 2 minutes. Listen to this.
Mutane sun yi bincike sun tabbatar da Faransa suna cikin wani wuri da wani tsibiri da aka ce ma kurna dan Niger akwai waɗanda sun kai 2008 mun yi zama tare can wurin sun sani akwai wuri da aka ce ma kurna akwai wuri da aka ce ma kangarwa akwai wuri da aka ce ma dogon cuku akwai wata tsibiri da su turawan da sun ka bata suna Canada sun ka ce mata sun kai ɗaukakken jahohi wannan na kewaye da in ka kasan mungunu in ka tashi da mungunu daga Maiduguri hanya ce zuwa ka je mungunu daga mungunu sai ka je har can baga wannan to bagan nan duk kewaye in ka wuce sai ka je iyaka Chad duk wajen nan sun ɗauki 'yan ƙasa su 'yan Faransa kuma sane da shugabannin Najeriya sun sa su cikin wannan hali. Babban kamfani sun kai wannan wuri sai sun ka bashi suna Canada. Suna nan ciki. Don ku duk sun sani, babu wanda bai sani. Ghana ban sani ba. Amma tabbata bisa kai da tsarin da sun kai daga cibirin mission de defense za a kai shi detachement de liaison inter-armée. Kuma waɗancan ƙasashen duk da na gaya ma tabbata ne. Amma ban cewa bandan Najeriya da Benin sauran kasashe sun sani ba su sani Allahumma ala amma shi dai Allah ba a zalumin sarki bane. Najeriya da Benin sun sani waɗancan sun sani ba su sani Allahumma ala amma kaji bayanin da zan iya bada bisa kai ga wannan sabon tsarin da sun ka hito da shi wanda shi makon.
All right. It's in Hausa language. Thank you so much, Mr. Samuel Ajala. So, Koiki, please educate our people very well. We must stop Tinubu from bringing war to Nigeria using proxies of France. Now that we've listened to that, before we go to the comment section of that particular video, let me take you back to how the world is reporting Niger versus Nigeria in the last couple of weeks. How the world, the international community, Niger, accused Nigeria president. All right. These are how things have been reacting. The reaction. I'm reading a comment. Kí ọkàn bàbá yìí àlàáfíà kò sí ní orílẹ̀-èdè kò ṣọ́ra Olúwa bá wa ṣe o. I don't understand how Yoruba anyway. According to, let's take you back to Al Jazeera in 2024, which we are still in before we move to 2025. And this was in March. And the headline then was, did Russia, Iran provoke Niger walk out from the US military pact? Niger is no longer part of ECOWAS. They pull out. Niger ruling military anger by U.S. accusation of secret deals with Iran and partnering with Russia. Niger has suspended a military agreement with the United States that gave American troops a key base and a launch pad in Africa's Sahel region. So if Niger is kicking out America and France, but President Bola Tinubu is accepting France into Nigeria, and what do you think is playing out? And this is why we are saying to Ooni of Ife, Kábíyèsí o, ẹ bá President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀ that kó má lọ gbé ogun wọ Nigeria. Tabade sọ pé Nigeria is southwest. Not that the other parts are not important. And I'm sure you know what I mean by that. Kábíyèsí gbogbo balẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ pay attention President Bola Tinubu that he is moving towards bringing a war that he wanted to start when he became the president last year and he was appointed as the ECOWAS chairman. He is going back to the same drawing table using France, and maybe France and other countries are ready to give him a backup. I don't know. But you are not going to be fighting Niger alone. You are going to be fighting Burkina Faso. But Burkina Faso, you know that guy? Burkina Faso, that smart one among them, is very smart. Every time he goes, he moves with his pistol on the side. We're going to be fighting Mali. So it's not about Niger. It's about those countries that have come together. They've pulled out of ECOWAS. And if France continue to attack Niger, they will attack Nigeria simultaneously, and there will be more bloody war. And I think a lot of people need to know this, that Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is moving into that direction. So let's go back to the 19th of March 2024. According to Al Jazeera, the move announced on Sunday follows a row about African Union ties to Russia and Iran, which erupted when the U.S. official visited Niger last week to express their concern that why are you following the path of Russia? Russia is an enemy. It's fighting Ukraine. Don't go that direction. But the world is bigger. Anybody can decide where they want to go. So those African countries are saying, look, we are tired of how our people have suffered under this colonialization of these European countries. Let's try something else. Kaore Eshegoni, Mr. Rahim. What was the military pact between the United States and Niger before things start going sour? According to the status of the forces agreement signed in 2012, when they had their puppet president in power, just as they have it right now in Nigeria, which is one of your puppet presidents. My thought is that using France to deal with Boko Haram in that part of Nigeria, is that what your thought is? Is bigger than that. The same France that could not stop Boko Haram in that axis when they were in control, when the former president of is it Niger, Bassoon or whatever it's called. Don't believe that nonsense that, you know, France is coming to help you fight Boko Haram. Boko Haram just dropped. Since before France even came, we've never had Boko Haram using drone. Have you now heard that Boko Haram is using drone to drop, boom? This never happened. Ever since we've been hearing Boko Haram, ISIS, jihadis. But they have now upgraded by using a drone. Do you know what it means? They pull up a drone. This is what they're using in Russia and Ukraine right now. They're using drone to fight each other. You put that weapon under the drone, you send it, boom, it drops, it comes back, or it explodes together. So don't believe that nonsense that, you know, France is coming to help you fight Boko Haram. They're not fighting any Boko Haram. Don't believe that nonsense. Bassoon, Thank you. Tí bá ti rántí nǹkan kan, ẹ má bá ń fi sínú comment section. So, there was an agreement that was signed in 2012 that has now been taken away by the new administration of Niger, that Tinubu is now using France to push into that region. You okay? My coffee don't cool though. This allowed about 1,000 US military personnel and civilian defense staff to operate from Niger, which plays a central role in the US military operation in Sahel. And let me remind every one of us what is playing out right now. Do you know that there is a gas pipeline? How many of you know that? There is a gas pipeline that the West is trying to push from Nigeria straight into Niger, go to, is it Morocco or Egypt? Is a big transaction. Let me quickly look at it. 1 minute. There's a gas pipeline from Nigeria to Europe. And I'm not making this up. Let's read quickly. There are several gas pipeline projects that could connect Nigeria to Europe, including Trans-Saharan gas pipeline. Elomi, you just they wake up, you they sleep. You they wake up, you they sleep. When something is brewing every day. And they say, Koiki, you are in UK. Stop bringing problem to Nigeria. Morocco. Thank you so much, Mr. Adekunle Ogun. Moki Momimi Moji Adesonya. And all my silent listeners. Santra Coco, remember to support this platform. A joint project. What long when the joint? Joint is when you, me, we join together and we say we don't want Nigeria anymore. We continue to hammer on it. We push on it. We talk. Koiki not talking at the talk, yes, for now. Because we don't have what it takes to fight. America has 1,000 troops before, no longer in Niger. Those 1,000 is like having 50,000 soldiers. How many people understand that? The 1,000 troops that was put in Niger in 2012, those 1,000 are well trained like a 50,000 soldier. Out of them, they have different field of work that they will be playing. Some of them will operate the drone. Some of them will be fighter jet, pilot, helicopter pilot. Every one of them can handle any kind of arsenal. They are well trained. They have some of them that could be 10 that are trained to go into your country and destabilize it. So if you're talking about fighting and you don't have 1,000 strong, well-trained men, all we can say is that let us stick to what Babakitoye say, non-violent, and continue to push and talk. Mokie Aziz. That is what we can do right now. And that is why we are educating millions of people, so that the millions of the people will now be part of what will be used to ask the federal government that Yoruba people wants to go, which is what we are doing right now. I know you don't want that. I don't want that as well. I want the M1. But in reality, we don't have the financial capability to train 1,000 soldiers like the American soldiers. If we're going to go all the way out, we must have 1,000 trained soldiers like the ones that America kept in Niger until they were kicked out. Because every American soldier, you know the value. Am I making sense? I need to put lip balm on my lips. It's still dry. Imagine. I hope I'm making sense. A great mother. We love her so much. But the Lord said it is time for her to return back home. She's a true freedom fighter. Tabani freedom fighter. And Assault and Babakitoye, maybe you don't know, they graduated from University of Ibadan, same year. So you can imagine how long they've been together. Benny, not really harmattan is the cold. So if you don't keep this moisture, it can break and it will become a problem. Muritala Abiodun Sadiq, good afternoon, sir. So let's go back to this problem. That is why there's a fight that France is saying, after we have invested a lot of money, resources, and other European countries and the United Kingdom, so we will just allow one military guy to come and take over and you know, Oyibo people don't like when they are bullshit. How many of you know that? At least they don't like when they are bullshit. That is why every Nigerian that works in any sector in this country, you cannot challenge them and rubbish them because we are too over smart. How many people understand in Continental? So it doesn't matter what sector you work in the UK, and I'm sure it's happened in America and Canada. Moses, may our precious soul rest in peace. Amen. And Baba Kitoye must remain strong, and we must keep the support for Baba as we go now into the new year. We must support in everything that you know. When she pull our down, we don't need to pull ourselves down anymore now because Baba just lost somebody that every time you call Baba, you put him on a Zoom conference to talk to you, he will go back to the room, and this is the person that they will have the final conversation. She's gone now. So this is not the time to give Baba Kitoye stress. Don't stress this man again because the stress is Baba this time around. I will come for another program on that. Mukiya Mitawo Kike. So the time now is for Yoruba people to come together and make our presentation to the international community that we are no longer interested in this arrangement marriage that did not work. Even Prince Charles, as at the time before he became the king. And if you don't know who the Prince Charles is, because some of you don't know, who I'm talking about. He's now the king after the death of his mother. This man was once married to late Princess Diana. Ọkọ àti ìyàwó ni wọ́n nílùú náà ni. But pinya happened. Pono happened. If you're living in the UK, you would have watched the documentary yesterday as they were talking about Prince Williams and Kate. As Kate is, Emma Binupe, that I'm just diverting again because sometimes when things occur in our brain, we want to pull it out straight away. Because the purpose why we are here is just to break up Nigeria. It doesn't matter how you talk about it. They amalgamate Nigeria, shit country, whatever name you want to call it, you have the right. And we call it whatever name because Nigeria is not a working country. Go on my Twitter and you will cry for those that were in the motor accident in Asaba yesterday. Human beings, even an animal will be respected in an accident. Messed up country in woeful. And my job is to train and prepare your mind and remove the fear so that we can push together and demand our right, Etowa. So what am I trying to say? If, as at the time that this man said to Diana, for peace to reign, let everybody go their separate ways. Why did he left Diana to continue with that marriage? Maybe somebody go wrong by among the two of them. So to avoid any bloodshed again in Nigeria, the Biafra must go, the Arewa must go, the Yoruba must go. We must all go. If not, you know what is going to happen. I don't have to say that, okay? You put that in your comments and let me just say it. If Diana, let me push Diana together with his face. Diana. How many of you know Princess Diana? The two of them got married. And the marriage no work. No be by force. Thank you, Lord Base. Brother, you are correct in your analysis. They will use Nigeria to frustrate those three countries. Malcolm X described Nigeria as a house slave and described Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso as a field slave. Wow, I never heard that one before. You see, you learn every day. We are not here to scare you. We are here to prepare your mind. If these two, their wedding was one of the biggest weddings in the world, and yet they break up. So why do you tell us that, oh, you can't break up Nigeria, we must keep this marriage together? It will bring a lot of troubles, a lot of problems, a lot of insecurity, a lot of lack of wellness, a lack of education, welfare, agriculture, name it. Nigeria if you don't allow that marriage to break. It does not matter your sympathy, your feelings for Nigeria. It will bring crisis until there will be bloodshed, and we don't want bloodshed anymore. There's been enough. 5 million people died during the Biafra war. I will not sit back and not shout, because I do not want President Tinubu to go and bring another war that could lead to millions of people to die. When they were fighting the Biafra war, it was the first televised war in the world. This time around, we must use the same social media to stop the war that is about to kickstart by President Tinubu and his European partners. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, your last man standing. When they were using Biafra as a launch pad, they were testing all kind of weapons. This time around, we will not allow any weapon across any part of Nigeria, even in the north, by the criminals in government, including Tinubu himself. I love him, but we tell him the truth, because only the truth would make him think back. And I then suffer about Yoruba. Tinubu ba shake bass, one shake bass, Yoruba, and that will be a disaster. And every single one of you will be remember that we came out and we shout, we scream that stop Tinubu so that no war comes into Nigeria and the southwest. And your bank boa, if you do nothing, Tinubu will bring war to Nigeria, and Nigeria will be destroyed by those countries that you think that they are small. Just like David killed Goliath. If you think that, hey, Nigeria is a big country, this is not 1967. You cannot even fight the Biafra Liberation Army, because they're not going to fight you woto in a conventional war. They will fight what they call guerrilla warfare. The United States could not finish the job when they were doing theirs, because they were dealt with by the Vietnamese. We don't want war. That is why Diana and Prince Charles decided to break up the marriage for peace to reign. Break up Nigeria and save lives. You know, say you don't want to break it up. It will bring bloodshed. So don't let any Oyibo person tell you, they break Nigeria. Nigeria must exist for 2075, like David Lamy said. That is stupidity. That is nonsense. Let's go back quickly to the gas pipeline, because you want to hear that part. There is a joint project, between Nigeria, the crime scene, Algeria, and Niger. Is it making sense now? When they were making that joint agreement, it was still a partnership of France in control of Niger. It is no longer that anymore. So some of you will just sit down and you say, Koiki, shut up. You know, you are bringing war. Oriokwe, I am not the one bringing war. There was an agreement. As France was in control of Niger, France lost Niger. It is one of their most painful partners. What? How did we allow this military guy to take power? So that is what is playing out now between Nigeria, Niger, and France. 3 countries. Headlog. And the war is getting closer. This pipeline, listen. You never chop this money. You just have some bit of data. And we thank God that some of you are listening. You might not like me, you might hate this platform, but the truth must be spoken on this platform. Because that is what she spoke until she died. that the Yoruba must be free from the bondage and the shackles of the Europeans. So listen, Ondo State has a lot of gas. Port Harcourt has a lot of gas. So if they are bringing gas out of Nigeria, they are using Yoruba land to take the gas out to European countries. And that is bringing friction now. This pipeline will run from Nigeria, Warri region. People where they worry, you know, like make Nigeria break. Oh, okay. You go suffer tire. Just like they kill Ken Saro-Wiwa. You better be part of this, the amalgamation of Nigeria now. If you dey worry, my worry brother, my worry sister, when they go abroad, they suffer. They don't give you paper. You go through the chart, you go through this, you die for road, and you get gas. Your gas is being used by the Europeans, but that has been stopped now because there's a friction in one of the countries, Tofik Bigbakoja, which is Niger. So let's listen more. This pipeline will run from Nigeria, Warri region, through Niger to Algeria, Assi, Rimel. There it will connect to existing. So there is an existing pipeline. Pipeline, Kontiwa. Oh, mo ton pe pipeline. Pala si mama ṣàlàyé gan fún yín tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan lórí platform. You must know what is pipeline now. Trying to see what I can use. Pipe. Big pipe. Where they go use gas, they go. After they destroy the one coming from Russia, because they didn't realize that Russia and Ukraine go into both. They went under the water, they destroyed that one. Now they want to rely on the one from Nigeria. Because Nigeria is their Kokobe. Okay, somebody say use your gas pipe. Our gas and electrical they use. But you know what is pipe. You just know that pipe. But this one, they be big pipe. The gas they go inside. As they come, they take them. When it gets to that depot, they have a big machine there because they know say Nigeria don't get light. But where it gets to its terminal, which is Algeria, Morocco. Yes. Then from there, they will start distributing it. Spain, Italy, UK, France, everybody they take their own. While you stay there, they talk say you want Nigeria. And this country, they will not go give you visa. If let's put it this way, if they're going to take our resources, we must go to this country for free. And we can live there when we are tired with return back home. How many people agree with that? If Europeans want to take our resources, they must open their borders and allow Nigerians to come in and live without any immigration wahala. How many people agree with that? They're not going to do that. They will never do that. So why do you want to come and take our resources without having us to go into your countries? Because many of you don't want to live here, but you just want to visit this place and go back home. Because your home is your home. Your land, your ancestral land is what they want to take from us. And they are using proxies of the Fulanese to do all this fighting. While you are talking about Sharia, they are talking about bigger picture, but they are using Sharia to also distract you from the real problem. The real problem is about your resources, the gas. How many hours? Like they say 1 hour, 20 minutes. The pipeline, listen to this. I don't know mass. You where you know mass. Tony Ages Moke. Help me break it down in the comment section. How we go understand this kilometer. Because I don't know. What is kilometer? What is... I don't know. I don't know mass. I don't know book. But anytime more way, ever me break it down. This... There it will connect to the existing pipeline that transport gas to Europe. Transport gas to Europe. Transport gas to Europe. Transport gas to Europe. Moki Mr. Joshua. Moki Bishop Adesina. Moki Joshua Adeyemi. You don't like me, but the fact must be said. No, I'm just saying that people that understand what I'm about to say now in the kilometer, just help us break it down, that the distance. Just give me the distance. So what they are saying now, the pipe will be 4,128 kilometers long. Can somebody help me there? Lord Bays, the person with no mass, me calculated. But Koiki, the 4,000 here, or maybe you break it down. Just use the smallest number, that 1,000 will be from so place to. But what I know is that the 4,128 kilometers long could deliver up to 30 billion cubicles of gas per year. Pavilion TV. Banki baba ma sunkumo. E kushe sa. Kò ní rẹ̀ wá o. Ìṣàtàgbédá ní gbogbo àjọ máa délé lérí ni. Ìyá wa ní ká máa báṣẹ́ lọ. She didn't appear to me in the spirit, in the dream, but that is what she wants. The fight for Yoruba nation must come, and we must be strong for Baba Akintoye. This is not the time to pull anybody down. And this is not the time to go and give Baba Akintoye too much stress now. He has lost the most closest person to him. We'll come back there. 4,000, okay. 1,000 meters is a kilometer. Merry Christmas, Mr. Bamidele Aliyu. So, the Europeans are preparing something for their own. But what are they, okay, let's put it this way. What are we going to gain in return for this 30 billion cubic feet of gas to be moved out of Nigeria? They should open their borders. And as long as you have a Nigerian passport, you should be able to live in any of the European countries without any restriction. That is the first key. That would not mean that we should not still break up Nigeria. If they're going to move 30 billion, do you know what 30 billion is? 30 billion of cubicle gas. What if we move it from Nigeria, from Warri, and I'm sure they will take from other side as well, to European countries. The project was originally scheduled to open in 2015. Are you getting it now? 2015, that's when they go bring, say Baba, say Buhari, say Baba, say Buhari, Olori Buruku. Kilesosa, that's about 4 million meters long. That man don't make me explain them in layman. 4 million. Moke Ayomiku Damiju. This is the friction that is now playing out. Don't let anybody tell you that they're bringing French troops to help you sort Boko Haram issue. They need the gas. Without gas, European country will go all quiet. And you know what that means. Came to elaborate it. If we don't have gas in Europe, everywhere go quiet after a very long time. Benny, Buhari, Olori Buruku man, Oloshi, that Tinubu went and brought for us in 2015. This project was meant to start in 2015. So they negotiated with Tinubu that you are the spokespeople for Yoruba people. You have bought all your kings. They know that because Tinubu is a CIA asset. So that's why they were saying to Buhari, Oloshi, go and speak to Tinubu. Because that man is an intelligent man that knows politics. Yes, he knows politics. But the assurance was that if Tinubu is going to help Buhari to bring Sharia, to allow gas pipeline to go through, I must be the president of this country. Regardless of whether I use a fake passport to travel to America, regardless of whether I was involved in drugs, regardless of whatever. And America say, that's fine. Because whatever Europeans are doing, they are consulting America. But the world is about to change with Trump coming to office. Trump is coming to office. Trump is going to destabilize the world. Trump is coming to office. The world is going to change from next year. So this is where Yoruba Bodo think, use your brain. Quickly, because we only have 4 years of Donald Trump. Trump is coming to office because he's going to destabilize every goddamn thing that the Democrat has done. Hey, I love Obama. Obama did nothing for Africa. Rather, he created havoc for Africa. Money orí ètò ilẹ̀ tí máa kọ́gbọ́n. So what played out in 2015 behind the scene was that bring Buhari in. It's because Buhari can talk to the people in that side. That's why Buhari was building rail project using every sea. Baba Ekiti mo kin sa. Ó build oríṣiríṣi lọ sí Niger, ìyà ń jẹ àwa tá wà nílé. This project of the pipeline that will bring 30 billion, you know, not share the program. That I sọ̀rọ̀ okó àtòbò ní bíbá. You know, not love the program. You know, give us money. Gas pipeline. Ẹlòmíì ò gbọ́ rí. Because they don't want you to hear, because the person when they're hungry, what concern you with gas pipeline? Yet, we own gas up to that amount. Eloni 18 kg of gas in Nigeria today. Quickly. 18 kg. Mr. Luke Mamokinsa. Eric Job Julius. Good morning. Eloni want ta gas in Nigeria. Eba mi ṣe kíákíá. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún Pavilion TV. Mo kí Baba Lekiti. Badada. How much is the gas in Nigeria today? Share, thumbs up, and love. No, we need money. Don't say money will come. I need money to run the operation of this media. BBC doesn't have money. They will not be able to operate. So nobody should tell me, don't worry, money. I'm not talking about money to spend. I have enough money. Look. I'm sure that there's nothing. These are all the rubbish from my house alone yesterday. Christmas gift, food, and everything. I am not begging for money to eat food. So don't come and tell me on my platform that money will come. No, money is not going to come, because if people don't donate, money is not coming. You donate to support the Koikimedia. That's the money I'm asking for. I'm not asking for money to look. Only. My wife wakes up now, she start cooking. That is meat. I am not here begging for money to eat food. If I wanted to eat food, I will eat food. So don't come and tell me, oh, you need money to eat food. That is fish. Okay? So it's not money to eat food. It's money to run. So, let's go back quickly. 1,700 naira for 18 kg. Is that the price? Okay, 17,000. Their bishop Okodada. So the gas is 17,000 for 12 kg. 1 kg is 1,500, Mr. Akim Eshegoni. Is that the same price in every Yoruba land, in the southeast, in the north? Is that a price that is fixed, or in Warri? Do you know that Warri should be free for gas? How many people agree? Those of you, you know, Benny, we need money. This program must not stop. Somebody say we don't need money. Money will come. How is it going to come? If I don't talk, people who don't donate. I see you now, they donate for Pella. Is he currently in London, is it? That young boy. People go on his TikTok. They send him money all the time. What he's doing is good. I'm not here to condemn it. So don't come and tell us we don't need money. We are here. We need money. Eshejare, Mr. Cole. Yummy. Nobody should come and tell me I don't need money. And it is for me to remind people to support us. Baba Lekiti ní Ekiti State. So that means it's almost the same price. 12 kg is 17,000. Do you know that 28 kg is 30,000 naira in Lagos? Bishop deleted. And when we say support, it is voluntary. So what am I trying to say is that, so we have this amount of gas in Nigeria. Okay, you want us to keep Nigeria. Why then are we paying so much for gas in Nigeria? Kiloreti Baba Lekiti gbọ́dọ̀ máa ra gas ní 17,000 ní Ekiti State. Ta ló tún wà ní another state? Ẹ fún mi ní another state quickly. Ẹ fún mi ní state yìí kẹ́ bá mi fi price sí. Kiloreti à ń ra gas ní ọ̀wọ́n nígbà tá ní gas nínú Nigeria. Because the European doesn't want us to have access to the gas, but they want the gas to be moved out of Nigeria and moved to Europe. The owner of the gas, they suffer. Thank you so much.